Dear boomers, how do positive emotions heal the body? Before I go on, I just wanted to let you know in the description below, my Dear Boomer membership is, or community too, membership community is now live. And I would love to have you come and have lots of discussions. And based on what you are interested in, we can create courses for all of us, our mutual benefit. So let's talk about how purpose and vitality and spiritual insight can really spiral into a great blossoming in our souls. This next quote is inspired by Joe Dispenza, whom I have been studying for about 3 years. And this quote says it makes sense that we should concentrate not merely on avoiding negative emotions like fear and anger, but also a consciously motivated, heartfelt, positive emotions such as gratitude, joy, excitement, enthusiasm, inspiration, fascination, awe, wonder, trust, appreciation, and kindness, compassion, and empowerment give us every advantage in maximizing our health. Now, this quote isn't just a gentle suggestion, it's a call to action. It's an invitation to become the artist of your emotional landscape. And in doing so, heal your life. Now, let's explore how this works and why it might be the single most important practice you take up in this season of your life. Emotions are not just fleeting feelings, they are biochemical messengers. Every thought you think triggers a cascade of chemicals in your brain and body. When you think a fearful thought, for instance, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol, preparing for fight or flight. Over time, if we stay in fear, we stay in survival mode. Joe Dispenza teaches that long-term survival is incompatible with healing, with creativity, with flow, with joy, with life-empowering feelings. But when we experience elevated emotions, love, gratitude, and awe, our body shifts into a growth and repair mode of experience. We enter a state of coherence between the heart and the brain, and our immune system improves, our digestion resets, our inflammation decreases. And it's not a miracle, it's biology, and it starts in the mind. Here's something incredible. The brain doesn't know the difference between something real and something vividly imagined. This means that when you recall a moment of true gratitude or imagine a future where you are joyful, healthy, and empowered, your body reacts as if it's happening now. So it doesn't know the difference between what is happening and what is not happening. Joe Dispenza calls this living in the feeling of the future. You align emotionally with the future that you desire, and your biology begins to follow. Let that sink in. You align emotionally with the future that you desire, and your biology begins to follow. We are not stuck. We are not doomed by our past. We are the authors of our state of being. And by mastering emotion, we begin to master our health. Let's look at the emotions Dr. Joe Dispenza lists. We just mentioned them, but we'll say them again. They are always um, they are always worth repeating. Gratitude, joy, excitement, enthusiasm, fascination, awe, inspiration, and wonder, trust, appreciation, and kindness, compassion, empowerment. These are not surface level feelings. They are soul states. They light up different areas of the brain. They open the heart. They release healing hormones like oxytocin and DHEA. So let's pause a minute. Take a breath with me. Inhale. And now call to mind a moment in your life when you felt total awe, maybe watching the ocean, a sunset, or holding a newborn, or being present for the birth of a newborn, or witnessing a loved one's smile. Let that moment expand into your body. Feel it in your chest. Let your breath slow down. Let your shoulders drop. And this is the practice. It is free, it is simple, and it is available every time you choose to experience it. So let's talk to my fellow boomers and seniors for one moment. We have lived through decades of change, heartache, wisdom, and we know grief. We know resilience. We now know more than ever have the chance to become emotional alchemists. We can stop reacting and start creating. We may not have the same energy we did at 25, 19, 15, or 10, but we have presence, we have depth, we have the capacity to look at fear and choose love in its place. You are not broken, you are blooming. We have talked about that morning gratitude routine over and over again. When you wake up and instantaneously call forth gratitude for that beautiful day that you see out your window, for the time, for the blessings that you have to live this day. You do all this before you checking your phone or doing any of this. You breathe in and say, thank you. Do this for 5 minutes and let the emotion build. And do not check your cell phone for at least an hour after this. And there's a daily wonder practice that we can all implement. Spend 10 minutes noticing beauty, a flower, a child's laughter, a piece of music, my little dog Masso's funny little face. Let yourself be awestruck like a child seeing something for the first time. And when the child is born, I was a labor and delivery nurse. That first amazing experience of them crying and taking an in-breath and looking around, and they don't always cry, but we would prefer that they did to clear out their lungs. So conscious breath work, use the breath to shift your emotion. Inhale for 5, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 7 seconds, and add the feeling of trust or peace as you breathe. And then there's the loving kindness meditation. Send goodwill to others, starting with yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Then send that out to others. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. Write a journal entry as if you are already living your most vibrant life. Describe how you feel. Let it be vivid and emotionally charged. Actually, feel it. Here's a woman named Celeste. At 72, she had a terminal diagnosis and was told she had 6 months to live. She began practicing heart coherence meditation and cultivating deep gratitude. And not because it would cure her, but because it made her feel alive. 2 years later, she's gardening, dancing. Dancing is also the key to vibrant emotion, and mentoring young women on emotional resilience. She says, even if my life does end tomorrow, I've already lived more in the past year than I did in the last 2 decades of my life. That's what happens when we choose emotions as medicine. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your pain. You are not your fear. You are not your name. You are not your body. That's how we get into the quantum field when we actually go into a 5th dimension to bring to us the life that we want to live. So I invite you to choose one elevated emotion and let it guide your actions. Let it be your anchor. Let it be your teacher. Let it be your healer. And so please realize that this is not some airy-fairy kind of philosophy. Joe Dispenza has done amazing amount of research with EKG and EEG studies and showing how these two, the heart and the brain, go into coherence. And when they go into coherence, the scientists can see exactly the moment that it happens. A person breaks free of their past. So, like and subscribe this, please subscribe to the channel, and there will be a video that shows up right there. Thank you. Love to all.